Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead. 2025. Today, we'll cover some interesting stories around Rey Mysterio's future, a heartbreaking Liv Morgan update, and a major name's career seemingly being over. Let's get right into it. Liv Morgan had a one-on-one match with Kairi Sane on WWE RAW earlier this month when she got injured. Her injury derailed several reported plans between her and Nikki Bella heading into. There's another disheartening update around the 31-year-old star. According to PW Insider, Liv Morgan's injury seems much worse than expected, as she was recently taken off the road. The report stated that she was pulled from all her upcoming appearances ahead of her surgery, and she might not appear for the rest of the year. It's disheartening to see the 31-year-old star get taken off weeks before one of the biggest all-female Premium live events in the promotion's history. Jacob Fatu started his career in the Stanford-based promotion as Solo Sikoa's enforcer last year on the Blue brand. However, the tension between the two grew as Fatu captured the United States Championship and grew out of Sikoa's shadow. Later, the Samoan werewolf turned his back on the 32-year-old star at WWE Money in the Bank. On the most recent edition of Friday Night SmackDown, Jacob Fatu challenged Solo Sikoa to face him for the title. The segment ended when JC Mateo and Jimmy Uso interfered, but the management later made the title match official for Night of Champions, WrestleMania 41, in Las Vegas against El Grande Americano, but got injured a day before the event on an episode of Friday Night. Since the six-man tag team match, the Master of the 619 hasn't competed inside the ring for the promotion. According to Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, the multi-time world champion, United States, Intercontinental, and Tag Team Champion is expected to return by August 2025, while the legend is scheduled to appear at an event in July. His return to the ring could occur in the coming weeks. Ronda Rousey was one of the biggest names in sports and a major star in the Stanford-based promotion. The baddest woman on the planet is a former Raw and two-time SmackDown Women's Champion, but hasn't competed inside the ring in over 18 months. In a recent appearance on the Untapped podcast, the 38-year-old star stated she's focused on being a mother to her two kids, where she seemingly hinted that her career is done, and revealed she's no longer training for a return. The former women's champion had a complex relationship with the sports entertainment juggernaut, and it's unlikely that she would return for another run in the promotion. In a whirlwind of developments that have rocked the WWE universe, this week's backstage news and rumors are brimming with emotional revelations, unfortunate injuries, and major shifts in the company's future. From a beloved WWE superstar hinting at the end of her in-ring journey, to a disappointing update on Liv Morgan's injury status and new insight into Rey Mysterio's future, the wrestling world has been buzzing with speculation and reaction from fans and insiders alike. Let's dive into everything that's been stirring the pot in WWE. The first bombshell to hit this week came in the form of a somber message from a former women's champion who, in a rare candid interview, seemingly confirmed that her in-ring career is over. While no formal retirement announcement was made, her emotional tone and revealing comments left fans with little doubt. The WWE Universe has followed her journey through triumphs, title reigns, personal battles, and historic moments. She was one of the few women to redefine the division in the modern era, earning accolades not just for her athleticism, but for her charisma and influence in the locker room. She shared that her body was no longer able to handle the grind of the ring, and that she had made peace with that reality. Fans quickly took to social media, thanking her for her contributions and expressing sadness at the thought of never seeing her compete again. WWE has not officially confirmed her retirement, but many believe a Hall of Fame induction is inevitable in the coming years. Adding to the emotional weight of the week was an unfortunate update on Liv Morgan, who was recently involved in a concerning spot during a high-profile match on Raw. Initial reports suggested it was a minor tweak, but new backstage updates indicate the situation may be worse than originally thought. According to sources within WWE, Morgan suffered a setback during her rehabilitation, delaying her return timeline. The injury, which involved her shoulder, has reportedly not responded well to treatment. WWE officials are said to be disappointed. As Morgan had been slotted for a major push heading into SummerSlam season, she had been building strong momentum with the fans, and many felt she was on the verge of becoming one of the top faces in the women's division again. Now, with uncertainty surrounding her condition, WWE may need to shift its plans yet again. Morgan's resilience is well known, and those close to her say she is staying positive, determined to return stronger than ever. Still, fans who hoped to see her back in action soon will likely be disappointed, as it could be months before she's cleared to compete. Meanwhile, WWE legend Rey Mysterio's future has come into sharp focus following recent interviews and backstage chatter. At 50 years old, Mysterio remains one of the most respected veterans in the business. While many expected him to quietly step away after WrestleMania earlier this year, new information suggests that he has no intention of retiring anytime soon. In fact, sources close to the situation reveal that WWE is already in early talks with Rey about a potential storyline that will stretch into early 2026, including possible tag team angles with his son Dominic, and even a rumored dream match at WrestleMania 42. What's more surprising is that Rey himself reportedly feels better than ever, crediting a new training regimen and lighter travel schedule for his continued physical health. WWE officials are said to be thrilled about the possibility of using Mysterio to help elevate younger talent. He's already proven invaluable in building Dominic's heel character, and many believe he could play a key role in putting over the next generation of lucha-style stars on Raw or SmackDown. Whether or not he decides to have one final farewell match next year remains up in the air, but it's clear that the master of the 619 is not done just yet. Another name drawing attention backstage is none other than Becky Lynch. After months of speculation about her contract status and creative direction, Lynch is rumored to be evaluating her long-term future with WWE, while she remains one of the top female stars on the roster. Insiders say Lynch has grown increasingly frustrated with the lack of consistency in her booking and the direction of the women's division as a whole. Some reports even suggest she's been fielding offers outside of WWE, including potential opportunities in Hollywood and voice acting. That said, those close to her insist she remains loyal to WWE and is simply waiting for the right storyline to reignite her passion. Whether that means a return to the title picture or a bold new character shift, Lynch's future could be one of the defining stories of the year. WWE will likely do whatever it takes to keep her on board, especially given her star power and mainstream appeal. Her presence at major events continues to drive merchandise and viewership, making her an asset the company can't afford to lose. In the midst of these big stories, there's growing speculation about a potential new faction forming on Raw. Rumors have been swirling that WWE Creative is considering uniting several underutilized superstars into a stable reminiscent of past groups like The Shield or Nexus. The idea is reportedly being pitched as a way to elevate multiple talents simultaneously and create must-see segments on a weekly basis. Among the names floated are Bronson Reed, J.D. McDonough, and a returning NXT star who has been quietly rehabbing from injury. The group would reportedly take a darker, more cerebral tone, possibly aligning with a veteran figure like Karrion Kross, or even Bray Wyatt's eerie legacy. While nothing has been finalized, WWE officials are said to be excited by the concept and see it as a way to inject freshness into the weekly product heading into the fall. Speaking of returns, speculation has ramped up about Big E's status after he was spotted at the WWE Performance Center this past week. The former WWE champion has been out of action for over 2 years due to a serious neck injury that raised fears about his in-ring future. However, fans were encouraged to see him working lightly in the ring during a closed training session. Sources say that Big E has been undergoing regular medical evaluations and that recent test results have been encouraging. While doctors have yet to officially clear him for full contact, there's growing optimism that he could be back before the end of the year. WWE would reportedly love to bring him back as a surprise entrant in a major storyline, possibly reuniting The New Day in a dramatic fashion. If cleared, his return could be one of the most emotional moments in recent memory. Elsewhere in the company, tensions continue to rise between Triple H and certain creative personnel regarding the direction of several mid-card storylines. While the game has largely been praised for his focus on long-term storytelling and pushing younger talent, Some insiders say he's been forced to make compromises due to pressure from higher ups. One of the more controversial topics has been the treatment of the tag team division, which many feel has been under-prioritized in recent months. There are concerns that teams like the Creed brothers and DIY are being overlooked despite strong fan reactions. In response, Triple H is reportedly pushing for a renewed focus on tag team wrestling leading into Survivor Series, with the possibility of a tournament-style showcase that will highlight top tandems across all brands. On the SmackDown side, Cody Rhodes' next challenger is a hot topic after his successful title defense at Backlash. WWE is reportedly considering several names for a blockbuster SummerSlam match with AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and even a surprise return from Seth Rollins, all being discussed. There's also a rumor that WWE could pull the trigger on a heel turn for a major babyface to set up a feud with Rhodes. No matter the direction, officials believe that Rhodes' reign as undisputed champion has been one of the most successful in recent years, both critically and commercially, in NXT. New general manager Ava Raine has been earning strong praise for her behind-the-scenes leadership. The daughter of The Rock has reportedly impressed both talent and management with her poise, communication skills, and willingness to embrace new creative directions. Insiders say she's being groomed for a much larger role within WWE in the future, possibly even transitioning into a main roster authority figure. Her presence on NXT programming has helped bring added legitimacy to the brand, and fans have taken notice of her confidence and charisma. While she's not expected to enter the ring anytime soon, don't be surprised if WWE continues to build her up as a central figure in major storylines heading into 2026. And finally, there's buzz surrounding the possibility of WWE introducing a new premium live event in 2026 focused entirely on international talent. Dubbed the Global Showcase, the rumored event would feature matches between WWE's top stars and rising talent from international promotions. Talks are reportedly underway to host the event in Japan or the UK, with WWE hoping to further expand its global reach. The move would also tie into the company's renewed focus on scouting international talent, particularly in regions like Southeast Asia, Africa, and South America. Triple H has long been an advocate for broadening WWE's talent base, and this rumored event could serve as a launchpad for several new stars. As always in WWE, the landscape can change in an instant. With legends considering retirement, stars dealing with injuries, factions forming, and creative directions evolving behind closed doors, the coming weeks promise even more surprises. Whether it's the return of Big E, the possible end of an iconic women's career, or Rey Mysterio's extended farewell run, WWE continues to blend reality with storyline in a way only it can. Fans will be watching closely to see how these stories develop and whether the next big moment is just around. The Corner. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.